Okay, so first, I want to welcome everyone back to the Spring Wellness Webinar. This is part 2 of spring cleaning. If you missed part 1, I will be telling you what we covered. And if you would like to request a copy, I'm certain our gal Jennifer Davis, who helps me with all of the techno stuff, will send out the recording to you. But we had, I thought, a delightful time 2 weeks ago coming up with non-toxic cleaners and supplies and reminding us of different things that need to be cleansed that perhaps we overlook. So today we are going to talk about spring cleaning for our bodies. Now, normally, and if you've never heard this before, it's really important that we do a detox in our own body. It is recommended at least twice a year. So I always recommend spring and then fall. So we're in the spring, of course, and I'm going to do my best to try not to step on Michelle's toes, who's going to be talking about nutrition, Ami's toes, who's going to give us a testimony here in a little bit, and then, of course, Kimberly, when she comes. Hopefully everything's okay. Her mom is in a care facility. And guys, they took a test on her and said that she has COVID, and they put her in isolation. She has absolutely no symptoms, none. And I don't know if you have been following, but a lot of these tests are false positives. So that's kind of stressful.
And she's blind.
And she's blind. Yeah.
So now she has no one to talk to either.
Yeah. So if Kimberly doesn't make it, we extend all kinds of grace and understanding to her. There's a whole lot going on with her and in their life right now. So anyway, why is the detox important, as well as nutrition? We're going to talk about that today too. But we should do this at least twice a year because there are chemicals in everything. When we begin, a couple of months back to back is highly recommended. Our body has been created to heal. God is a good God, and He has made us wonderfully well. And when we take care of ourselves and put proper nutrition and proper supplementation and move our bodies and reduce the toxic load, our body does amazing, amazing things. And there'll be so many people in here that you will hear testimonies from. And I think on one of our next wellness webinars, gals, I don't want to be compliant. I have so many people with amazing testimonies that I want to bring on so that you can hear from them about what reducing toxic loads and changing up their just their overall life has done for their health. So here's some fun facts. I took really good notes this time. I hope you all are proud of me. On average, Americans use 9 different personal care products during the day. These products expose us to 126 unique chemicals. Not only that, but then you start talking about our food supply, and there are 84,000 different chemicals that are used in our foods. 84,000, you guys, in our foods. So that over time, even though our bodies are meant to cleanse, they have become overwhelmed by so many chemicals. All right, just a second, lost my place. There you go. So the number one thing that we want to focus on in removing the toxic exposure as much as possible is to switch out our toxic products for natural solutions. And that's where I just want to go back. We covered this 2 weeks ago. Again, the ladies in here had so many wonderful suggestions, recipes, etc. If you are interested in getting a copy of that, please reach out to myself or to the person who invited you today, or to Jennifer Davis, who is our techno savvy gal and who is in Tennessee having all kinds of fun. Go figure. All right. Number 2, you can do some key nutritional supplements to support your body so that it will do what it was intended to do. Our main organs that work to detox our body are our kidneys and our liver. In order for them to do the job, we have to feed our bodies the nutrients they need. So, how many of you are already on Lifelong Vitality? Ami, yay, Michelle, Tammy, yay, Nicole, yay, Lisa, yay. I believe Gail is too. I think Pam is too. For those of you who watch the replay, if you are not on this supplement, I would really like to invite you to purchase it and try it. This product is guaranteed by Doterra. If within 30 days you don't have more energy and an overall well-being, improved feeling in your life, they will refund this 100%. Okay? So you're not going to lose anything to give this a try. I really want to suggest it. So what they do, they support 2 different phases in our liver for detoxification. I learned this today. That was new to me, that our liver does a 2-phase detoxification. Now, I didn't dig into the science on that. I kind of leave the science to my gal Jennifer, but the supplements support those phases. And the other thing that the supplements do is they give the nutrients to our liver, to our system. You know, our 3 things that cleanse and detox in our body. Number 1 is our cells. Our cells practice detoxing. Then number 2 is our liver. And number 3 is our kidney. So those things, if they are in optimum shape, are just doing a wonderful job. And unfortunately, they have been, is the word depressed or is it suppressed due to, I think it's suppressed. Yeah, Nicole is shaking her head, due to the toxic load. And sometimes now, guys, it's just going outside and breathing. You know, I live in California. Last summer, for the majority of summer, all we did was breathe smoke. That was all we had. Yep, Ami's shaking her head. Ami's in Southern California, and they had huge fires down there too. So the load, the things we take in, we cannot control. But what we can control is putting in good that will counter these things. So doTERRA's cleanse, which is why I'm here today, is broken into 3 parts. The first part is called activate. So in order to do this cleanse, what we suggest is that you start with Lifelong Vitality and then Zendocrine Complex and Terrazyme. And all of these things, this one supports our gut. This helps us with enzymes to digest our food properly. Zendocrine is a chimney cleaner. The chimneys are the kidneys and the livers. They are meant to release things and send them away, far, far away into the dump. Okay, so... And finally, lemon. Okay, so this is all the activate part of the cleanse. Now, my girls didn't know this, but I would like to invite anyone and everyone to do this with me. I'm going to make a separate accountability group, and we're going to start with these things for 30 days on April the 1st. Okay. After that, the second part of the cleanse is called, that lemon oil that I held up. Did I mention water? Part of cleansing is drinking water. You want to drink at least half your body weight in water every single day. Okay, sometimes if you drink just a little bit more, that's fine too, but you want to do that because that carries toxins out of our system, because our livers and kidneys are filtering, and our kidneys take out the toxins via urine, sweat, and feces. So you want to drink lots and lots and lots and get that stuff out of there. Did you know that if you sweat and you stink, you are toxic? Because you're not supposed to smell when you sweat. Did you know that? Okay, so Lisa needs a detox really bad. Okay, although I'm clean right now, I did just get out of the shower. So okay, so that's called activate. The second part is called, hold on, reset. Okay, so the reset part is we are going to take this lovely little thing. Can you see it? It looks like there's lots of shiny on it, called GX Assist. And what GX Assist does is to support those chimneys to carry out the trash. Now, with the GX Assist, it says that you can take 1 to 3 soft gels each day. I would like to recommend, out of experience, that the first time you do this, and it's a 10-day process, that you take only one, okay? Ask me why. Anybody care to know why you might want to take only one? Yeah, Tammy is saying yes, yes. Because you cannot leave the house. You will be next to the toilet all the day long, okay? So just start with one. And you can build up. So I had mentioned to you in the beginning that with this cleanse, you want to do it back to back. It can be a couple of months or several months. So like in the second month, you could take 2 capsules a day. Then by the time you get to the third month, because you have the proper foundation, you could take the 3 a day. Then after that, the cleanse should be semi-annually. Okay, so that's reset. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't reset. What was that called again? Did I say reset? Hold on, I lost my place in my notes. Prepping. Reset is GX Assist. Yes. And then finally, renew. So the last thing that we want to do is then add, can you see that okay? PB Assist. And I don't want to step on anybody's toes because Ami is going to give us a testimony about this in a minute. And then PB Assist, personally, they say you could take it for 5 days when you're done, but I pretty much live on PB Assist right now for my gut health, because I have determined, I had chronic UTIs. I have determined that it has something to do with my gut. And my chiropractor encouraged me to double my PB Assist. And as I did, it began to work miracles for me again. So I really like to use this all the time. But in the cleanse, it's basically required that you would take it for 5 days after you had done the 10 days. But again, it's not going to harm you to take it every day. It's an excellent, excellent probiotic. It is double encapsulated, and that means it has a probiotic and a prebiotic, and because of its double encapsulation, it does not dissolve completely in the stomach. It stays protected so that it can go through all of those long, snaky pipe things that you have inside of there. How many miles are our intestines when you stretch them out? Aren't they like 25 miles long or something? Anybody have a good, yeah, Michelle? You're just saying, yeah. Yeah, it's long, long
I don't
stuff.
think it's miles, but it.
You don't think so? Darn. Okay, I stand corrected again. Remember, Lisa's not the science gal. She's just the one who likes to really have fun and give you a big picture, okay? So, finally, when we detox, lots of water can't be emphasized enough. And the other thing when we do this, if you do care to join me, is I'm going to put the kibosh on your sugar. I'm going to put the kibosh on your processed food, okay? And I am going to give you challenges. Like, here's some fun challenge. You have to drink a healthy smoothie every day if you join me. Or you have to eat a salad every time you take your supplements. What do you think? Won't that be fun? Okay, so that is the overall picture. These are the things that will give you the foundation when we activate, right? So everybody who wants to join me, we're going to start April 1st. You need this, Lifelong Vitality. You need this, Terrazyme. You need a Zendocrine Complex. See, Lisa, I haven't even opened this. Can you guys see? I'm prepared. I got my supplies so that I could be prepared. And then the GX Assist. You have plenty of time. Oh, sorry, not GX Assist. I messed that up. Forgive me. Lemon oil. So we need these 4 things for the first month. I'm not Vanna White. I won't quit my day job, okay? But anyway, these 4 things, and we're going to do those together for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, we're going to do 10 days of this. And at the end of those 10 days, we're going to do this. So the overall time invested is going to be 45 days together. I don't know if you can take me for that long. I'll try to make it really fun. Okay? All right. And that is all that I have to share regarding the overview. What I'd like to do now is introduce my beautiful team to you and your speakers today. You're going to hear next from Ami. Wave at us, Ami. Yay! And Ami is going to talk about her testimony with, PB Assist and GX Assist. And then you're going to hear from Nicole DeLello. Nicole, will you wave? Yay! Okay, and Nicole has a testimony also to share regarding her daughter. And then finally, we have Michelle, who is going to talk to us about making a plan that is, did we say fast? Was that part of that? Did I throw that word in there? Yeah. Making a plan fast? Planned fast? No. Let me have her speak with her words. Go ahead, Michelle. Go ahead.
So I will talk about how important it is to have a plan for the fast that you are taking. Whatever your fast is that you're eliminating, like you talked about eliminating sugar, or you're eliminating coffee, or whatever you're going to eliminate, whatever you're fasting from, how important it is to have a plan for that.
Excellent. Excellent. And that's our beautiful Michelle. And we did have Kimberly, who was going to talk about her success and the weight loss she did cutting out sugar, but she's not here. Did anyone hear from Kimberly? Not a peep? Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ami. Ami, please share with us your marvelous testimony.
Okay. Hi, everyone. All right. So GX Assist and PB Assist have to do with gut health, as Lisa was talking about. And I learned about, I started out with PB Assist through our continuing education classes, which are really good. It was probably because I had adrenal fatigue, and stress can be related to gut health. So I tried it, and see what happened. It was more than just stress affected my gut health, because I knew I had candida. And actually, it's normal to find it in the gut, but I had an overabundance of it. And so that caused me to have a lot of gas. I mean, a lot of gas. And so I tried it, and I got rid of that, bad gas problem, which is very uncomfortable. And it also helped me with digestion. So I just was looking up gut health, and I just wanted to say too, good gut health is more than good digestion. It helps keep bad bacteria in check, and health comes from the immune system, which is also tied to digestive system, gut health. So if you've ever had stress, Candida is really a yeast thing in the body. If you take antibiotics, but it's really helped me with the indigestion, with bad gas. Really, really distressing just to have that. Yeah. But it immediately disappeared. So that's my testimony, and I highly recommend it. I really do. Yeah.
So
my health feels complete. Yes.
Ami, how often do you use the GX and the PB for your system? Did you just do it as a cleanse, or do you do it every couple months? How often do you use them?
I do it every month. I have, like Michelle was saying, a plan. What I do is from the 1st to the 10th, I take my GX Assist, and after those 10 days, then I know from the 11th to the 20th, I take my PB Assist. So I have a system, and I know by the calendar, okay, so the 11th, I start my PB Assist, and then on the 20th going, that I'm done. That's my last day. So I actually have a plan I go by the calendar, because for me, that works. That's and I also set my calendar to it. So I do it monthly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Yes.
That was awesome. I like that testimony. Who can't use help with gas? Oh, okay. Let's see, Nicole, I believe you're next, and you're looking for access to sharing the screen. Yes, it's done. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone. I wanted to come on and just kind of piggyback off of what Ami was talking about. So my oldest daughter suffered, not anymore, but she used to have bouts of, we're trying to be compliant, right? she had bouts of a really itchy skin condition that a lot of children get. It gets kind of scaly, and they just go crazy scratching it, and then might bleed and get pussy. And many children suffer from this. Many moms, I've heard from many moms, they just get at their wits' end because they don't know what to do. And oftentimes doctors really don't have anything to solve it. They might tell you that it's just something that they have to outgrow. They're going to have it the rest of their life. They really don't know why they have it. And they're going to give you something like a steroid cream to put on it, or like a Band-Aid, right? And that may help, it may not help. So anyways, my daughter had this, and she had it since she was little, but it would kind of come and go. It wasn't like a constant thing. So a couple years ago, she had it right before the first convention I went to with Doterra. And I think that was 2019. And was really a bad bout of it. She would get it in one spot right behind one of her knees in the bend, And so usually during the day it was fine. And then at night she'd scratch, and it would get all oozy, and it would drive her so crazy. And she would come to me and say, "Mom, what do I do? Like, I don't know. I just can't help scratching it, And so at that time I broke down and got yarrow palm. I had tried lots of different oils, and we did that, and it seemed to help it heal over, and it kind of just went away. And I thought maybe that's the end of it. But deep down, I did know that it's probably gut related. But we had tried doing what you said, what you're talking about, Lisa, with the cleanse with her once, years, like when I first started with Doterra. But I think I didn't know enough to really know that I should have kept with it. I shouldn't have just tried it just for the once, because she needed more. So I did it once, didn't see much of a change, and just kind of gave up with that and was just trying oils. But then then about a year later, after the Yarrow Palm incident, it came back again, about the same intensity. And so we tried the Yarrow Palm again, and it didn't seem to really be working as well as it was before. So I thought, okay, I've got to just do something with the gut here. So I researched in some of our helpful Facebook groups, this skin condition and, you know, gut or something, what can help. And so it came up GX Assist and PD Assist. So I had both of those, I think, at the time, and I ordered more because I was almost out of the GX Assist. But the protocol that was on there was said, take it for 10 days, take the GX Assist for 10 days, and take the PD Assist for 10 days. After that, the next 10 days, and do that for as many months as it takes. So for, like what Ami says she does, so for the first time I had her do it, she did 10 days of the GX Assist, 10 days of the PB Assist, and then we waited, gave her body a break, and then we did it again the next month. And I had her continue to do that until it was gone.
Wow.
So the really cool thing about it was it took about 4 or 5 months of doing this consistently. We had to stick with it. But now she hasn't had any problems. The cool thing about it versus when it happened with the Yarrow Palm, which was where that really helped heal up what her scratching had done.
Yeah.
This was like healing. We're talking about cleansing our bodies from the inside out. This was really, I was seeing a cleansing from the inside out, because when she would scratch, I don't know if any of your kids have had this, but when you scratch this, it gets red and puffy, kind of raised. And so when it first started and we got her started on it, the next month, her back of her leg started to itch again. And so she scratched it, you know, she's like, tried not to, and she scratched it. But she scratched it just as much as she would have before when it got all inflamed and red. And it was like the middle of it, there was nothing. Her skin was normal. It was like going away slowly, gradually, like going away. So every month we would see progress. She would scratch it, but it would be like lessening and lessening. And finally, like, you know, every month I check in with her and say, okay, was there anything there was it itchy? Did you scratch? And so finally, like, there was nothing there when she wasn't having an itching anymore. So, you know, I just keep that in my back pocket, right? As a mom, like, it felt so good to see this issue that I always felt was kind of, I didn't know if it was going to be there or not. Now we really have something that we know works. And for now, she's good. So if anybody has, she's 14, so she's older, she can swallow pills and stuff. You know, for littler kids, it would be harder, but I'm sure you could do something with oils and the kids probiotic to kind of mimic what we did to support that same process in the gut. So I wanted to show a couple pictures.
You asked to share screen, honey. Did you forget to share something?
That's what I'm going to do. Hold on here.
Okay.
This is kind of a picture of, it looked worse in person, but this is kind of from 2 years ago. I forgot to take a before last year when we started the GX Assist and PB Assist, but this is kind of what it looked like. We had tried some oils, and that's the back of her knee where it would show up. So she would, you know, break the skin. It's kind of a little scabby in there.
Yeah.
And then let's see if I can show the other picture. Hold on. I have to get the other picture up for a minute here.
Okay.
Stop share and find my other picture. The other picture. So this one was taken in the process of her body healing. So I don't have a completely healed one, but this is like a couple months in. So she had scratched it, and it's like almost like hardly anything.
Yeah, that's amazing, Nicole. Amazing.
Yeah. I was really excited.
So much for sharing. Yeah. So now eventually we need one for now, right? Which doesn't have anything anymore, correct? That'll be awesome. Totally awesome. Okay. So, ladies, I just realized that I had forgotten for the people that are our guests today. I guess we're looking at Tammy and Pam. I would like to ask you if you learned anything new. And I have some oils to give away since we're focusing on the internal cleanse. Also, Nicole, I see that you asked me a question about the Zendocrine, and there was something I needed to add to that. So I'll get back to that in just a second. Cilantro pulls heavy metals from our body. Okay, so I have this oil that I'd like to give away, and I have a lemon oil that you could be putting in your water every day, because that is the purpose that we have that lemon oil there for. It makes the water taste better, as well as it's a cleanser for our lymph system, etc. And I think it will really help you to get that water amount that you need to be taking in every day up. So, Tammy, Pam, did you learn anything? And I'm going to put, just a second, I'm going to switch the oils around in my hands. Okay. And somebody gets to call right hand or left hand. If they ask a question, we can get it answered for you. Pam.
Tammy answered in the comments, Lisa.
Oh, Tammy. Oh, yeah. Okay. She learned to take care of her gut and to be gas free. I love it. Right hand or left hand? 1 second, Pam. She has to type again. Those bosses that are hanging around in the background.
She lipped right. Right, Tammy? Was that the one you wanted?
You said right hand? Right hand. You get lemon, baby. Woohoo! Lemon for Tammy. All right. Cilantro is left. Miss Pam, what do you have to say?
I had never heard an explanation on the GX Assist for our gut. And I want to order that on my next LRP, and I do want to participate in the cleanse.
Yes.
For April.
Yes. Pam, if it's just me and you, we're going to have a blast, okay? I don't know. Somebody else might
Have a
join us.
blast.
Though.
No gas.
Yeah, a blast with no gas. Oh my gosh. That reminds me. Okay, I'll tell you at the end, though, when we're not recording. Okay, so the cilantro, Pam, is for you. Congratulations, both of you ladies. Thank you for paying attention to me today. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to hear from Michelle on making a plan, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her journey and what happened. Oh, wait, I just remembered. What I wanted to share with you is that when you're activating, what we're looking for is the Zendocrine complex. But after and actually during, you could even start adding it now, the Zendocrine oil. That's what's in the soft gels. This also is very helpful for detoxing and supporting those primary organs of the kidney and the liver. You can add this, and this will be something that I will probably start taking daily after the cleanse. This is a great supplement to use every day after the cleanse. So thank you, Nicole, for asking that question, because I did indeed have it out. But for those of you that are joining me, remember you want Zendocrine complex to activate, not the soft gels. Okay? Okay, we're good. Now, Michelle. So sorry. Go ahead, my doll.
You're all good. All good, Lisa.
All right.
So I want to start real quick, just telling you about a 45-day fast, or 45-day, I guess maybe it was a little bit of a cleanse that I participated in this past fall. I made a determination after looking at my health and my energy level and just what was going on in my own life. I made a determination that I was going to join a group that was going to do a Daniel fast. We were going to fast for 40 days, but I'm an overachiever, so I did 45. And so, because whenever I made the decision, I decided, why am I waiting to start on the first? Why don't I just go ahead and start now? And that's when I decided that I was going to eliminate. That's when I started counting. I wanted to eliminate coffee, tea, soda. I even eliminated fruit juice. I eliminated everything liquid that I was drinking except for water. And
Wow.
I did add oils to my water from time to time, but I only drank water. I drank ice water. I drank hot water. I drank warm water. I drank tepid water. There were times whenever I thought, if I drink any more water, I may never want to drink water again. But I will tell you, about day 25, I thought, you know what? It's okay. I can drink water. It took 25 days for me to be okay with the fact that it was just water. And it might not take you that long, but I was a soda baby and I love coffee. And I said all that to say I had gone back to coffee. Soda still tastes weird. So I'm not real crazy about soda.
Good.
But yeah, good. I have gone back to coffee. I will join you on your 45-day cleanse, Lisa, you and Pam. But part of the reason, whenever I looked at what I was eating and what I was drinking, I realized everything that I was putting in my mouth was either white or brown. And where was the nutrition coming from?
Yeah.
If it's brown, if the grass outside is brown, it's dead. And you can put fertilizer on it, and it's still going to be dead. You have to put it, you're going to have to reset it. You're going to have to activate, you got to get in there and get those weeds out, get that dead grass out, and reseed it, which is what's going to happen on that cleanse.
Yes.
So I decided that it was important to eat plant-like. I had my Chinese medicine doctor at the time, who was also my acupuncturist, muscle test me. And if you don't know what that is, you can put it in your search engine and probably find some really weird stuff. But it's just a way to ask your body some questions. Understand that she muscle tested me, and I found out that I had a dairy allergy. And also my body was not very fond of beef.
Oh.
So I eliminated dairy during this time, and I also eliminated all animal protein. I didn't have eggs. I didn't have cheese. I didn't have meat. I didn't have fish. I only had plant life.
I would die.
You would not die. You would not die because you would know that there would be an end date. That's also important in your plan. If you're not going to do this for the rest of your life, and sometimes when you say you're going to do something for the rest of your life, it's too big. You don't need to try to do it for the rest of your life. Decide how many days you're going to do it. If you knew that you had to spring clean your house every day for the rest of your life, wouldn't you just pack up and become a nomad?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to do that forever. So set your time limit. Like Lisa has said, was 45 days. Set your time limit. Are you going to do it for 10 days? I would suggest that you do it longer than 1. You need to do it longer than 3. Anybody can do something for 3 days.
Right.
Even Jesus stayed dead for 3 days. You know, you can do anything for 3 days. Sorry. I hope that you all are chuckling a little bit and enjoying what you're hearing. And some of it is sticking. You need to eat your rainbow. Eat your vegetables. That's where you're going to get your most nutrition.
Yes.
Let me give you a little bit. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I want you to think about 3 things. If you're going to do this where you're not going to have coffee, or you're not going to have dairy, or you're not going to drink soda, what are you going to do? What's your plan? And I don't know what your plan is, but I had to figure out what my plan is. What are you going to do when you're outside of your home and you're hungry? What are you going to do when you go out to eat and somebody says, can I take your drink order? What are you going to do? Already know what you're going to do before you get to that point.
Yeah.
Also, what are you going to have instead of coffee in the morning when you really just want a cup of coffee? Get up, please, just have a cup of coffee. Let me tell you what I did. I took my favorite coffee cup, I filled it up with hot water, and I drank hot water. And there were a few days that I drank 10 cups of hot water because I just wanted coffee, but I knew in about 30 more days, I could have some coffee. If I wanted it, if I really, really wanted it, I could have it, but not right now. So it probably helped that I had 5 pregnancies and I didn't have caffeine whenever I was pregnant. And I knew that whenever I had that baby, I could have caffeine again. So that probably set me up for being able to do that. I wanted to give you a couple of tips on what you can do to help the cravings. 2 things that I struggled with to begin with was sugar cravings. I really just wanted something processed and brown and out of a wrapper. You know, I didn't want to peel a banana and eat it. I wanted a honey bun, a fennel. If you'll take
What's
a
a
little
honey bun?
fennel oil. What's a honey bun?
I don't even know what a honey bun is.
Oh, it's a beautiful little pastry that is sugary and delicious and sweetened with honey. But it has lots of sugar on top too. Anyway, it's a southern thing.
Okay.
Fennel on your tongue will help eliminate sugar cravings.
That's
it
good
will
to know.
also help eliminate the need for something in your mouth because it just does something crazy. Go get your fennel and try it. You'll thank me. Whenever you're struggling with the afternoon drudge, but you can't have espresso because you gave up coffee, get the peppermint out, get the wild orange out, implement some of these tricks that you've learned. You know, put the peppermint in your hand and rub it and breathe it and then rub it on the back of your neck. You'll get through it. And that's about all I have, Lisa. But I want to also encourage drink your water. If you don't give these toxins something to float down the river in, you may have something that my family made me sign an agreement about this very last time I did a detox. My big kids who've been with me several times whenever I would do a detox or a cleanse, they made me sign a paper that said if I'm feeling grouchy or grumbling at everyone, that I would go and write down what I was feeling as I drank a cup of water. Because they know that if you don't drink enough water, the junk is coming out of your body. And it may come out your mouth in not nice words to your family.
Yeah.
So drink water so it can go out the way it's supposed to go out.
Michelle, that was so great. You know, you made me think about the brown things, right? We have a saying here in California that has just stayed, you know, if it's brown, flush it down. You know, it's and in light of talking about detoxing, I mean, when you talked about that and you talked about the dead grass, you know, it has to be removed. It all correlates so well together. And of course, that saying has remained for us because they're constantly taking our water and draining it into the ocean to save the little smelt while creating a food and water crisis for the rest of us. So, but we won't go there too much. That if it's brown, flush it down means a lot to we people in the drought, because if it's not, it sits in the pot. Got it? Okay, good. Everybody has had a very deep education. Kimberly, thank you for gracing
Hi.
us with your presence. Hello. Honey, we still have time. We would
Okay.
love to hear from you on you are slated for nutrition and sugar,
Yes.
your journey with that, please.
Yes. Okay. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. It's been a day, but I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Woo.
Okay. So I started doing a sugar detox back in November. It was before Thanksgiving with Diane Shepherd. She does this program called You, Your Mood, and Food. She's changed it up a little bit so that you can join weekly now.
Oh,
So
cool.
if that's something you want to do, you pay for 4 weeks, I believe. I'm not sure exactly all the details, but if you want to know more about that, message me on Messenger and I will get you hooked up. But it focuses not just on what you're eating, because you decide that. It's not a diet program. It's really based on stopping sugar, first of all. And I mean, that's the one thing you stay away from mostly is like, don't get rid of the sugar, because that's the one thing that focuses on your brain. You want to go to sugar when you're feeling bad. And when you have sugar, it affects the same area of the brain as heroin. It is
Whoa.
that addictive. Yes. So I knew I had a sweet tooth. And I started the program because I said, well, I'll give it a try. What do I have to lose, right? And we focus not just on what we're eating, like eliminating sugar was number one. And the second thing was our emotions. Like, why do we want the sugar? And so we would use oils. Diane gave us one of each of the emotional oils: peace, serenity, console, motivate, passion, balance, elevate, wild orange. Help me out.
Cheer.
There's a couple more.
Cheer.
No, cheer. Yes, definitely.
Peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's
Forgive.
about all of them. What is it?
Forgive.
Yes, that one too. Oh my gosh, yes. But I found that when I'm detoxing and I haven't had the right nutrition, that I'm craving more. So
Yeah.
one of the things that really helped me with the sugar cravings was, one, hitting my emotions. Just we had to keep a journal, and ideally you would do it every day. I was not the ideal student, but I still lost weight on the program, and I continue to keep that weight off. And every once in a while when I weigh myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I lost another pound. In total, since I started doing that in November, and I cheated a little bit at Thanksgiving, and I cheat like every week or so. I'll do 1 or 2 cheats. I've still continued to lose pounds, and I'm down 17.
That's awesome, Kim.
I feel better. I don't crave the sugar anymore, and I found a really great sugar substitute. So she said to go for the natural substitutes.
Yeah.
And there was probably 4. I don't know what all 4 of them were. The ones I remember are stevia and monk fruit.
Yep.
And I found a delightful chocolate substitute from a couple different companies that has chocolate bars sweetened with stevia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I found that and went, oh, I heard angels singing. So that's what I've been using. And I've been using the Doterra Nutrition program with the shakes, because when I've had sufficient protein, I'm not hungry. So I'm not going for the Snickers bar or the sweet tea and other things like that. And it's really helped a lot. So that's basically
amazing.
my testimony on sugar detox and nutrition. If you haven't tried the shakes, get your hands on some. My favorite blend would be chocolate shake with bananas in a blender. But when I don't have a blender, I'll just shake it with water. I have one of those Tupperware things with it's used for, I used to only use it for gravy, but now I use it for my shake because it's got a little thing inside that kind of breaks up the powder. But I also really love any of the vanilla ones with either
Yes.
or both the greens or the fiber.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
those taste really yummy.
our nutrition line, if you all haven't tried it, has been amazing. They created new products, they reformulated old, and they taste fantastic. They really do.
They do.
We used
They
to
do.
have this one called Doterra Greens, and I think everyone on my team took one drink and then hid it in the back of their pantry and never visited it again. It was not yummy, not yummy at
I
all.
sucked it up and I put it in smoothies.
Good job for you, Kimberly. I could not. I hid it back there. I think some little mice ate it or something one day. I don't know. It disappeared. So, yeah, it's been fantastic. And there are a few people who have said that they didn't really care for the vanilla. And I'm just going to say that it's really important to have a blender that is powerful. That's what makes it the best. And I have a Vitamix,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. Here's a quick recipe for you if you guys haven't tried it. So I do the scoop of vanilla. I do a cup of oat milk or almond milk. I do half an avocado. I do 5 frozen mango chunks. I got those from Doterra. 5 of those, and half a cup of blueberries and 2 tablespoons of plain non-fat yogurt. I blend that up. It is heaven on earth. I am telling you. And like Kimberly said, the protein and the good fat from the avocado satiates me. I'm not hungry. I don't have any cravings. I feel good. It's also so helpful if you're moving, if you're exercising in any way, because that protein sustains muscle mass. One of the things I recognized in my personal training was that I wasn't sustaining my muscle, and it was because I didn't have enough protein. And as you get older, and I am older, muscle is harder to sustain. So this is really key. And then Kimberly, I saw your hand. Lovely. What would you like to say?
Well, the other thing is, of course, the other thing that was backing up my nutrition was, of course, lifelong vitality. And I think that probably Ami covered that today, right?
I did.
You did. Okay. Well, anyway, we covered it. Sorry, I missed that. But then I wanted to tell you my quick DIY when I wasn't keeping when I wasn't so focused on my health. One of my main issues was an unhappy bladder. And if you've had an unhappy bladder, you know what I'm talking about. And I have a little DIY recipe for that. I have, my testimony is I have not had the need for an antibiotic in over 7 years since I started using Doterra. But yeah, I know, right? On a grand occasion, once in a while, if I get hit with a bug of some sort, it goes to the weakest link. And for me, that's always been the bladder. So if you're ready to jot down my bladder recipe, or can you see my bladder?
Yes.
I put in 5 drops each: cypress, juniper berry, frankincense, lemon, and tea tree.
Do you top
and then I
it
fill
with-
up. Yes, then I fill it up the rest of the way with fractionated coconut oil.
Excellent.
And that will go between your belly button and your pubic area, right on where, if you have an unhappy bladder, you know exactly where it is. And you just rub it right on the belly, right on the belly right there. And you can use it like if it's acute, like, if it's acute, right? It's not cute. You want to use it every 15 minutes for 2 hours. And then you're still drinking plenty of water. But I find that if I get any issue, if I get a little symptom, you can usually clear it up in about an hour. I don't need to even go 2 hours. But if it continues, the acute protocol is every 15 minutes for 2 hours. And while you're awake, hourly for the next 24. And then you switch it to 5 times a day until you're feeling better. But I've never needed it that long since I've been doing all those other things.
Thank you, Kim. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. All right, everybody, we are at time. Actually, we still have 3 minutes. Oh, because we started 5 minutes late, but I won't keep you unless there is anybody here who hasn't seen the business presentation. And at this point, I don't believe I have anyone. Tammy, you've seen it, correct? Yes. Okay. And of course, Pam has seen it. So nobody gets to earn an adaptive calming bath thing. Sorry. Okay. So we'll save it for next time. Okay. Anyway, hope to see you all in 2 weeks. I will come up with a topic by the middle of next week for our next wellness webinar. I don't have one yet. I have that ruminating testimony thing in my mind. We'll see. Okay. Otherwise, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And for those who come to continuing ed, that is next week on Thursday. And that's with Jennifer at 7 CST. Yes, Nicole.
Can you go over details about that cleanse thing you mentioned again? You were talking about doing the cleanse.
Yes.
Accountability group. Do you have anything
Yes.
like concrete?
It's just going to be April 1st that it begins. And those of you who are interested, I will send you an invitation. I will give it a really fun name, and we will have challenges and we will have accountability and just encourage one another in the journey. Some of it will be hard, especially for people who have never tried to quit sugar before, right? Because I went full on keto a couple of years ago. Sugar is no longer my nemesis, but salt is. So maybe you all will be able to help me with that when I get in there. Salt is I love crackers and cheese. It's really bad. See it? It's right here. Look, Michelle's going to help me big when we get there, isn't she? She's on me. She got a bead on me now. So anyway, Michelle has mentioned she wants to be with me. Pam wants to be with me. Nicole, you let me know, any of you. And then, of course, anyone who sees the replay. Tammy wants to join. We'll have that going. It'll just be a private group, and we will be in there to encourage and challenge, etc., each other. Okay?
Is it a Facebook group?
It'll be a Facebook group. Yeah. Oh, wait. Ami wants to join. How will we do that? What could we could meet? No, Ami doesn't want to join.
Ami has a question when you turn off record.
Oh, got it. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and close so that we can take private questions. Here we go. Thanks, everybody.